This little video is about major chords and how to form them. We all know what major chords sound like. And so we're going to learn the simplest of simple chords. We're going to learn all 12 major chords. Now, chords are built on scales. Scales, as you know, are a ladder of notes that run from one root, such as C, up to another root, an octave higher. The word octave comes from the Latin octavo, octopus, 8. And so we have this ladder that has 8 rungs in it, starting on the root, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. That's a scale starting on C and going to C. Now, I won't get into the formula for a major scale, except to say that the formula is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, and half step. Now that's easy when you look at the C scale because it's all white keys, but if you move to B, you can't go up a half step, you have to go up a whole step for the second note of the scale, then another whole step, then a half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, and half step. We'll save that for another day, but that's the formula for a major scale. Whole step, half step, whole step, and half step. Now, major chords are made out of the root, 3rd, and 5th of a major scale. That's why you have to know a major scale. If you don't know what the major scale is, you won't ever know what the major chord is. Again, it's easy to see on C, but you might assume that that's the B major chord because it starts on B. Not so. You have to play the root, 3rd, and 5th of the B scale, which goes like this, as we just demonstrated. If you wanted to play the root, 3rd, and 5th of the B flat scale, you'd have to know what the B flat scale is, and so on. So there's 12 different major chords because there's 12 roots on which we can build a chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a duplication of that, of course. It's an octave higher. It's the same pitch, but an octave higher. Twice the vibration, in other words. Okay? So let's learn the 3 major chords that are all white. First of all, C is all white, F is all white, and G is all white. Easy to remember. F, C, and G. F, C, G. The next 3 major chords are D, E, and A. You notice something alike about those? Sure, they have a black key in the center, don't they? That's the D major chord, that's the E major chord, and that's the A major chord. Okay, you're half done. You know half of the major chords already. C, F, and G are all white. D, E, and A have a black third, a black key that's a third. The next 3 are D flat, E flat, and A flat. D flat, of course, is a black key, and I'm playing the 3rd and 5th of the D flat scale. Again, if we wanted to be sure of that, we could go through the D flat scale, namely root, up a whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, and then half step. Okay? So if I take the root, 3rd, and 5th of the D flat scale, I get the D flat chord. So the 3 chords that are shaped like this are D flat, E flat, and A flat. Notice instead of being white, black, black, they're black, white, white. I mean black, white, black. Black on the outside, white on the inside, whereas D, E, and A were white on the outside, black on the inside. Okay? Easy to remember. D flat, E flat, and A flat. And notice they have the same names as D, E, and A. It's just D flat, E flat, and A flat. So now you know 75% of all the major chords, and we've only been doing this for 3 or 4 minutes, okay? And so let's cover the last now. The last 3 are kind of different. One is B, which we already looked at, which is white, black, black. The other is B flat, which is just the opposite. It's black, white, white. Instead of white, black, black, it's black, white, white. And the last major chord is G flat, which is all black. That's easy to remember. Incidentally, we could call it not only the G flat chord, but we could also call it the F sharp chord, because this note is enharmonic. It can be a sharp to F or a flat to G. The same thing is true of the D flat chord. I called it D flat, but it could be C sharp. This is C sharp major chord. This is either E flat or D sharp major chord. That's G flat or F sharp major chord. This is A flat or G sharp major chord. And this is either B flat major chord or A sharp major chord, okay? So there you have it, the 12 major chords. 3 are all white. What are they? C, F, and G. 3 are black keys, D, E, and A. I mean black keys in the center is a third, D, E, and A. 3 have black on the outside, white on the inside like Oreo cookies, D flat, E flat, and A flat. Then there's B, which is white, black, black, B flat, which is black, white, white, and then the G flat chord, which is G flat, B flat, and D flat. And that's it. You now know all 12 major chords. And of course these could be played not only here, but all over the keyboard. If my camera went high enough, you could see them there. I could play them with my left hand, couldn't I? There or there. And this is a subject of another lesson, but I could turn them upside down, couldn't I? I could take that C chord and stand it on its head, and then stand it on its head again, and then stand it on its head again. Just like if I turned you upside down, you'd be the same person, you'd just be upside down. Those are called inversions. I can also break these chords up. I don't have to play them as a block. I can play any permutation of those notes is the major chord named after that. So that's it for this little short lesson with the Headless piano teacher. So thanks for being with me, and we'll see you again as we cover some other kind of chord.